Hi everyone, I want to share a mini I created using the Fairy Belle collection from Prima, and I'm going to go over it pretty quick because I don't want the video to be too long. And so to sum it all up, all the flowers I used in the mini were from Wild Orchid Crafts. I used some acrylic flowers and I purchased those from lizyjose's Zibbets store, and I did purchase a lot of embellishments that I used in this mini from her store as well, and that's going to save me the time of having to go over each individual item. So let's get started here. And I put here in the front, I did a Michael's frame, and it was already in gold, which was nice, so I didn't have to alter it. And then on these inside corners I did some little rhinestones, and on the bottom and on the top. And I didn't add the picture to the front here because I wanted you guys to see the background of the chandelier. I did a lot of stickles in it, so it, it's nice and glittery. And actually for the whole mini I didn't add any pictures yet, but it's going to be of my daughter. And so here I just added a bunch of flowers here, beautiful flowers, and I know the color isn't going to show up true on camera, but believe me, in person they are beautiful. And so I went with like purples and gold for the front cover here, and then this is a Martha Stewart punch here. For this trim here, it's a really beautiful iridescent flower pearl trim from lizyjose's shop. And then for the binding here, I did a mulberry textured paper here, and I really love the way that that looked. It got a lot of detail on it. I used book corners from Wild Orchid Crafts, and then I used the little rhinestone bling. Now this fairy was originally on this side here, and I just cut her out and I added her to this side of the mini. And it's nice because it looks like she's kind of holding the frame in place. And so I added some rhinestone bling here to her waist, and I love the way that that came out. But here's another view of that front cover. And I had a lot of fun creating this album. It did take me some time though. I would have made more pages, but I just didn't have the time for it. And so for this page here, you can already see all that shimmer and glitter. I used a lot of stickles for this whole mini. And what I did here is I added a bunch of flowers here, the acrylic flowers and some sweetheart blossoms, cherry blossoms, and some pearls. And this is the accordion little pocket there, and it's a card as well. It opens up and it reveals spots for some photos. And then I did a rhinestone buckle slider is what they call them, I think, and then I added a little bling in the middle of that. And then for this down here, I made a little bow using one of the flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and it's using this one right here, and it's got the 5 petals on there. And I just cut her up and I assembled her and I made a little bow. And I am going to add a tutorial on this because they're so easy to make and you can make them in quantities. And then I added a little pearl in the center and some stickles to that as well. Now for this side here, this opens up, and I use the paper that says Fairy Belle. I really love that. I was able to use this one for this page here. And then for that border here, I used some of that flower pearl trim, and it opens up and it reveals a photo spot, a photo mat right there for pictures, and then journaling note cards there, and then another spot for your photo as well. And in the back here, I included some tags. And I love this tag here. It's of the fairy, and she's kind of leaning to the side. I love that picture. I don't think I'm going to cover it up with anything, actually. And then I added some flat back pearl trims there as well. And I left the back of that plain. And this is one of the journaling note cards from the Fairy Belle collection as well. And also on this side, I used, again, I put one of these little bows that I made, and I didn't add any stickles to it because I didn't want it to look glittery or anything, and so I just left these all matte looking. And then this rhinestone bird here is from a ring, believe it or not. I do wear rings that big, and it had broken, and so I didn't throw it away. I added it to my mini, and then I added some more flatback pearl trim there with some lace from the piecebypiece.com. And then on each page here, I made room for some more tags. And these are the bigger tags that I made, and I did a lot of glitter on these. Okay, moving on to the next page here. Now these are my most favorite pages here. This does look off center mainly because of the weight of this, but trust me, it is centered right. It's kind of heavy with the bird cage here. And now this is the bird cage that I use from the Shabby Chic Treasures collection from Prima. And around it I put some flowers there. I used the silver book corners from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then I fussy cut out another little fairy and added her to this side there. This opens up. And I added some of the chipboard pieces from the line as well, and I love the way that looks there. And I have room for a picture there as well, and then I can journal on that side underneath the bird cage. But I love using these chipboard pieces. They came out really nice. And so that closes up, and you can open it yet again, and it reveals more spots for more photos. And then I also made a pocket in the back, and I made more tags. And these I left pretty plain, and I cut these out using my spell binders. Now for this page here, I used the one with the fairy here, and she's reaching for that little key there. And this is Prima, so of course I had to add some Prima pearls there, and I love them. And then I made a little flower spray here, and I added some little twirlies. Here is one of the acetate pockets, and I made this using basically some packaging that I had gotten. I just made it into a little pocket, and I added some white satin box pleated trim down here, and then on top of it I cut out a roll from that mesh bling that has been all over YouTube as well, and I got that from lizyjose shop. These are from Saw Crafters, and I'm sure you guys are all familiar with these. And then for the pocket here I added some tags and a journaling card, and then I added some more flat back pearl trim to that tag there, and I really like how the pearls look on the tags. And so that's the journaling note card for the pocket. And then this is the aquarium piece, and this is my own creation, and my inspiration came from the nails that I do. I am a nail technician, and over the years I've created many aquarium nails, and my daughter loves the way those look, and I thought I am going to I'm going to incorporate it into my crafts. And so this is what I created. This is what I came up with. And I'm going to show you how it works, but I added some flowers on top and a rhinestone buckle slider, and then I added a 10mm pearl in the middle, made some more twirlies, and then I put some more of that mesh bling around that whole border here. And so basically what this does is you can turn it around, and you get that aquarium effect, and there's a bunch of little glitter and stars and circles and little beads in there. And I'm sorry that I have to tilt it forward, but I have to in order to get that effect. And so, and I basically added this for my daughter because she loves to look at these. And so I just thought it would be fun for this page, you know, for whoever's gonna look at it. But this is definitely a mini that I'm gonna treasure. And so I thought this was really, really neat. And so I'm going to use this in other projects, and I'm going to create it different, you know, different shapes. Now I made it all by hand. I used my acrylics for it. So for me it was pretty easy because I'm very, you know, very familiar on how to do an aquarium. And so for me it was easy, but I am going to be making a lot more of those. So watch out for some more projects using an aquarium. And then for this page here, it's all about the glitter. And this is the water fold card. Now for the tab here, for the pull tab, I didn't add ribbons or like an eyelet or anything like that. I had thought, well, I'm going to add some book corners from Wild Orchid Crafts there because I love the way that that looks, and this is more like towards the gold family colors, and so I thought this would work perfect. So you just pull on that, and there goes your waterfall, and then you can add your pictures in there. And then you just put that back in there, and it opens up as well for some more photos. Then I did a lot of glitter here. Now these flowers actually should be going this way, but I turned the page around and I did it going up because I knew I wanted to add the waterfall on that side. And for the last page here, what I did was I purchased a lot of these fabric squares from the piecebypiece.com a long time ago, and I knew that I wanted to make it into a pocket for my mini. And so I added a bunch of Wild Orchid Craft flowers, and I put a little butterfly here, and this is what I made using one of the single flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and then I just sprayed it. And then I added some more of my favorite lace to the bottom. And then this page has a little gatefold box card, I think it's what it's called. And so for the little diamond center there around that border, I just added some flatback pearl trim to it. And then I took one of the journaling note cards from Prima and I cut it in half, and then I just put those in the back of these diamond folds there. And you just open that up. And I'm gonna put a picture of my daughter there. And then I might include something else with it. So I love the way that that came out, and I love the front of it. I just, you know, I thought it was really pretty once I added the note cards onto it. So you just add that back in there. And I forgot to show you guys in this one here, I did add another little tag to it, if I can get it out. And this is the tag that I made for these pages here. Now for the back of the mini, I just left it plain. So this is my mini, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I had a lot of fun creating it, and I know that I'll get better at making minis. So, but it was a lot of fun. They do take some time, but in the end, it's well worth it. I mean, it's going to be something you're going to treasure. So let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I get to make another mini soon. Thanks for watching.